Hey everyone, welcome to the long awaited part 2 of my Spain solo travel vlog. Ding! So, day 2 started off with an ache, specifically a neck ache, which I hadn't faced in a long time. Anyway, that didn't stop me from taking my neck ache and the rest of me to the shower, wear this beachy outfit for day 2, and make the best of the last full day I was going to spend in Santander. The main activity for today was surfing. So, obviously, no lenses, and I couldn't care to style my hair either. Surfing was at 3 pm, but I left quite early to stop by as many touristy places on the way as I could. I mean, my neck is hurting, but I'll try not to concentrate too much on that. And yeah, I mean, there's hardly anybody on the street, which is nice because I can vlog. But other than that, it looks like I'm in a ghost town. Look, there's like nobody behind me. I don't know, but yeah. One bad choice that I made is not wear shoes, and instead these flimsy, cheap sandals that I later regretted immensely. But at that time, I was unaware and trying to take all sorts of staircases and explore the neighborhood. We are taking these stairs, but sometimes it's important to just take a step and look at your surroundings and see the path that you've covered. I didn't really have a set plan other than get some painkiller for my neck, eat breakfast, and reach on time to surf. So I was going wherever my feet and eyes were taking me. I'm not really sure what these things are, but I've seen them quite many times. And there's always nobody inside, so I don't know. Looks like a lottery ticket thing because of that, but I don't really know. But yeah, finally a pharmacy. Let's go get some painkillers. Disco time. Ooh, okay, I got my painkiller. I had to show painkiller in Spanish, and then she understood, and then gave me ibuprofen. So I have painkillers now, but I don't think I can eat it before I eat something, so I'll do that. Came across this lovely smelling bakery. So luckily, breakfast was sorted, but they didn't have indoor seating, so had to make do with the situation. Okay, so I've just found a random bench, and I'm gonna sit here and eat my croissant and drink my coffee, and see how it goes. So whoa, the croissant is huge. Like this is my face, and this is the croissant. But yeah. And everybody keeps looking at me as if like they know that I don't belong here. But yeah, it's fine. It's filled with Nutella, like she said. All I can say so far is hola and gracias. I know when they say ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? But I just don't have the confidence. I'm not a sweet breakfast person, but I just can't be asked. Just like going through the idea of figuring out what to eat in a different language is too taxing. So I'll just eat whatever I get just to feed myself. The exploring continued. Came across this train track staircase looking well. I'm not sure what it actually is, but it was fascinating to imagine it might have been filled with water at some point, even if that's not true. Came to this dock area, which was a really nice and peaceful place to sit, ponder, and soak in Santander. As I walked closer to the beach strip, I spotted some people kayaking, but like I said, my main activity that I was dreading but equally excited for was surfing. So I couldn't be bothered to do any other water sport. I was also really excited to walk on sand and touch water, so I did. My feet were truly thanking me for taking off those god awful slippers and walk barefoot instead. And it's gonna touch my. Will it? Come on, you can. Oh my god, it's so cold. It is genuinely so cold. That feels nice. So I'll just walk through this path. I'm not sure why, but just walking on cold sand with the waves passing by was a really fun thing to do, and I can't wait to go back to a beach place soon. So, as Santander is in the north of Spain, it had this long strip of lots of beaches on the left side of the map. So, I would walk on concrete for a bit and then enter a sand area again, and this happened quite a few times.
I don't know, this is such a relaxing feeling. I love this.
Spotted this vehicle leveling the sand out and a few people around despite the horrendous weather.
Also, I see these red rocks quite a lot. So I feel like this is gonna be the memory. I have no idea what these are, but they look like scrunchies. A mixture of scrunchie and booger, right? I don't know, I don't even want to touch it. Okay, sort of reaching the end of this. So that's all we walked. Damn. Curious to know what my step count will be. Okay, so I've been walking for quite a while now. So what I've decided is this entire beach is just empty. So I'm just gonna sit here for a while and just enjoy nature. There's this guy that was walking and he was like, "Hola," and I was like, "Hola," and then he said something and I was like, "English," and then he said like, "Photo, do you want a photo?" And I was like, I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I anyways don't know how to pose. So I was like, no, gracias. That's the only two words that I've been constantly saying is hola and gracias. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Just like being by the beach, literally nobody. So I'm like so confident. I'm literally just sitting on the ground. It's fine. I don't really care. Oh, another cool thing that I want to show you. I collected these two rocks and they kind of match my dress, right? I'll just write Santander here, and yeah, these are going to be my souvenirs for myself. My hand's so... Should I make a sandcastle? I don't know. Yeah, this sand is kind of wet, kind of not. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna stop vlogging now. Bye.
I just lied there for over an hour with my eyes closed, just listening to the waves crashing to the shore. It was very serene. Finally, I reached a point where there were no more beaches, just a garden area that led to an uphill forest walk straight to this famous tourist spot, Palacio de Magdalena. Sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. And to my surprise, there were quite a lot of people there. Turns out that's because there was a whole wedding taking place. The palace definitely looks grand, and towards the edges, there are some really beautiful spots to look at. A bit further up was a zoo. I'm guessing that's only because I spotted the seal, but no other animals, so I'm not sure. I was trying to follow Google Maps, but I'd keep getting distracted by random flowers, bikes, statues. So I saw a lot of things. I'm just not entirely sure where I was and what they were. The one that I did know about is this Neptune child statue. I'm not really sure if you're allowed to go up till there, but there was a board explaining things about it here. By now, it was almost lunchtime, I think around 1 pm, and not far from that statue, I had spotted another place I had seen in other people's vlogs, BNS, a bar restaurant, but it was quite crowded and I was determined to eat paella for lunch. So I literally searched for paella on Google Maps and it took me to this place called Alamar. The most confusing thing was it was very empty, and when I tried to sit in one of the tables, they asked me to get up, which was very jarring considering the language barrier. Turns out all the other tables were reserved, so the only way was to eat at the bar. The place looked cool, but I definitely wouldn't say eating at a bar table was the most comfortable thing. It did come in this huge pan. The footage doesn't do it justice, and it was piping hot but looked extremely delicious. The quantity is huge, but it's really tasty. I've never eaten clams, so I don't know how to. I don't know. Let's try that. That's very good.
I don't want to eat too much because I have surfing right after this. But I'm kind of glad that I got that, so dinner is covered. So I'm kind of happy. I don't know how it's gonna be eating cold paella, but it's really tasty.
I could only eat one third of it, but it was really yummy. It came to a total of 32 euros, and luckily they packed the rest, so dinner was sorted too. Other than the seating situation, I definitely recommend this place. By now it was 2 p.m., and I had reached an hour early to the spot where the surfing activity was going to take place. It's called Obsession, and they not only teach surfing but they also sell and rent surfing related stuff.
I am at the Obsession. I double confirmed if it's for beginners and I don't know how to swim, and they were like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill in this beach till 3 and then get into my wetsuit and then learn how to surf. This is a little more busier, but actually, you know what? It's actually worked out because it's not sunny. Not a lot of people are here. Life is good. I think those are the waves I'll be surfing on. I'm still scared, even though they look tiny. I'm still scared.
I decided to chill at the beach and even get used to the water because I would have to go in anyway really soon. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm very conscious of my body and how it looks, specifically in a swimwear. But I guess one of many perks of traveling alone is not letting these thoughts overpower too much. I was surrounded by people that didn't know me at all and probably would never see me again. So I wasn't as conscious as I could be. Soon it was time for surfing, and oh my god, the toughest part about surfing has to be getting into the suit. It was such a struggle, and at first he gave me a medium sized suit, I think, and I did try my best. Eventually failed and got a bigger size. This was red and black, so I liked the color better. But oh my goodness! In terms of putting the suit, the struggle was as real as before. The dude was kind enough to help me a bit. So grateful because I could barely make any progress on my own. So that made things a bit easier, but I realized that I ripped my skin off because of the suit wearing process, which was later gonna sting for sure in salt water. I shouldn't have tried to be as aggressive at wearing the suit, but I'll keep that in mind for the next time. So yeah, finally wore my suit. There was just 3 people doing this activity that day: a kid, another girl called Evelina, and me. First, we spent quite a bit warming up and practicing on sand, and that's the only time I could record because once we were in water, I had to keep my phone safe. Really wish I had recorded myself surfing because even though I wasn't great at it, it was so fun riding the waves, and I definitely am going to do more of it whenever I get the opportunity. I only have these pictures post surfing. The instructor was amazing, highly, highly, highly recommend it. Another great part about it, started talking to Evelina during the activity, so we hung out later to chat some more and get a drink. She was so fun to talk to, and again, I really hope I get to meet her again someday in the future. She is aware that I was going to make this YouTube video, so hi Evelina if you're watching this. Hope you're doing okay.
Look at that! The sun is finally out, which is really nice. Shining bright. Now I'm walking back home.
This was an extremely eventful day with lots of things to explore, surf, and have wholesome interactions. But I was really, 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 really tired. And even though I did say I'll try my best to meet Evelina later on to explore the nightlife, my fingers were hurting, my neck pain was coming back, and added to that, my ankle was hurting too. So I just slapped some band aid on, ate the remaining paella from bed, popped another painkiller, and dozed off because I had an early-ish flight to catch the next day. That's all. Okay, bye.
Thank you, George, for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you, thank you.